You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for Jon Benjamin Has a Van. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Jon Benjamin Has a Van news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AfterBuzz TV for Jon Benjamin Has a Van.
Hey, Jesse, get that shit off the screen. I hate seeing how giant I am.
Yo, what's up, fools? This is, I'm sorry, Jon Benjamin Has a Van, and we have a podcast about it.
Yes!
Yeah.
I'm Greg.
I'm John.
I'm Jack.
And together we make up John, Greg, and Jack.
Of the Justice League.
Of the Justice League.
Jagregajon.
Yes, that's what we're going to call it. Jagregajon. And behind us not really behind us, near us in the booth, as always, the wonderful.
The beautiful.
The fantastic.
DJ Jesse Janity.
DJ Jesse.
Yo.
So anyway, before we get into our episode of Jon Benjamin Has a Van.
The Lake House.
The Lake House.
Is that what it is?
I think that's, yes.
Wasn't that a Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves movie?
Yes, it was.
Anyway,
this was superior.
guys, there's
What?
a book here.
Is
I don't
there?
know, either of you...
Slide down over here.
Either of you girls?
Greg was until the age of 14.
I've been called a girl plenty of times. growing
Same
up.
here. So you could probably very much use the Every Girl's Guide to Life
I probably
by Maria
could.
Menounos.
Jack, it seems like there would be a ton of helpful information in there.
Why, there sure is. Let me read a passage.
Ooh,
Hold on. You guys
pick a good one.
You guys fill time for a moment.
So I have found, I mean, not for me, but for my friends who have trouble with the ladies, that it helps them get more ladies.
Yeah. You get inside the ladies, like, you understand
You
what
get inside their
ladies are
heads
going through.
so that you can get inside their pants.
Here we go. Hot stuff? Yeah. Spas. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm turned on already.
Experts argue that spas don't increase the value of your house, but I disagree. I feel that luxuries like spas are sometimes that extra nugget that hooks potential buyers. If that's not good enough, then look at it as an investment in your health.
Jack barely knows how to read, people.
Forgo one vacation to have a medicinal tool like a spa that will recharge you daily and fortify you to be happier, healthier, and more effective in your life and career.
I just learned how to flip a house.
Boom.
What did you
Boom.
guys learn today?
Boom.
Probably not how to flip a house.
I did not.
Unless you're reading
Unless
The
you
Every
read that
Girl's
book.
Guide to Life.
It's a fantastic read.
So check that out. Check it out, internet. All right, man.
And now on.
Without further ado, let's get to the Lake House.
The Lake House.
Right? The Lake House? The
I
house
think
at
that
the
was,
lake?
I believe that was the title of this.
So
Close enough.
start off, and Jon Benjamin Has a Van.
Right.
What happened this episode?
Okay, so
I
they
can't
start
fucking
they start
remember.
with their little intros. They've got the phraseworthy about the guy who, created a phrase, but then they've got the Steve Dreams Productions. And then the third thing they talk about, which they never get into, which is the world's loudest waitress.
And of course, it's in a Chinese restaurant where you can't understand what she's yelling.
And then she shouts something while at the table, and they cut to John's reaction, and it was the funniest thing.
You know, earlier in the season, they were making all three of these things like really funny and weird and outrageous. Now they're kind of playing the first two straight. And it's just that third one that gets really weird.
Let's watch it. Let's watch this. Look at his reaction when they cut to him.
The crazy zoom in. Then poor John, so confused. Why is she yelling in a restaurant?
And then we're right into the gentleman who invented the phrase hot beef injection. Now, I just want to point out, I have a friend from Cranston, Rhode Island. Seems like the worst place in the world.
And that's where he was from?
Yeah, that's where the guy who invented hot beef injections
They
from.
certainly make it look like the worst place in the world.
I like that it's a nostalgia corner.
Yeah, through the
Larry Hurst, that's his name.
Dramatization. They are
Yeah,
not.
it looks like a shithole.
They are not cooking those burgers.
No, those are just
that grill is not operational.
It's so sad.
Is Jon Benjamin Has a Van so poor production that they cannot afford charcoal to light the grill?
The way he looks into the other dude's eyes when he's talking, when he tries the hot dog in her pussy is, I believe, what he says.
Comes on a little too strong.
And he just, if I may, gets like this.
Such a creepy, just waiting for the
And
reaction.
then the second is something injection, yes?
Hot dog injection.
It was a hot dog injection.
So we're getting close. We're 1 for 2.
And then he's bowling at Veneer Lanes, which is a really funny name for a bowling alley, by the way.
And tells this gentleman right here that he would love to give. I love the reaction that this guy has. It's so over the top and weird.
It's
this
very
larger
Tim
gentleman.
And then they slow it down. Yeah, this is so...
It's so creepy.
It's so Tim and Eric. Oh my goodness! And then I think my favorite thing about this little segment is how bad Jon Benjamin is at controlling himself every time he says hot beef injection. We're doing the same thing.
I love all this shit.
The Hot Beef Brothers.
Yeah, I wrote that down too.
Why ladies love hot beef injections.
And Dylan having it on his guitar. Yeah. Which I think he did. Like, I think if you watch The Last Waltz again, his performance at the very end with the band, I think on his guitar is a hot beef injection sticker. Along with cocaine under everyone else's nose.
It's true.
I think the Hot Beef Brothers could be a very good Disney XD promo.
Yes.
That's all I'm thinking. I could see them being the next big thing.
Disney XD,
and I'm
absolutely.
giving that out to any
Disney XD.
Yeah, any executives that want it.
Another one of my favorite things in this is when he says it and she like remembers all the sad things about her dad and is crying and he's cracking up. Why are you crying?
One of the original promos for the show, if I remember correctly, is her just saying, hot beef injection. Why are you crying?
So then we get on to his
abrupt turnaround from the lighthearted fare of hot beef injection to
wait. First he falls onto drugs.
Yep.
He becomes addicted and they just say drugs and then they show a picture of heroin. What was that?
Do we got someone coming through? Nuts.
Anyway, then he creates the phrase, God hates F words.
Yeah, can we say that?
Can we say? I don't think we can say that.
Let's not.
Yeah, let's just not. Let's just not hateful word. Let's just not give anyone.
Fred Phelps' favorite phrase.
Yeah. Of the, what is it, Westboro
Baptist.
And I love that he finds a community that supports him.
Yeah.
By creating the phrase.
God hates blanks. Oh, and I love this, that hot beef injection is his Meet the Beatles and God hates F words is his Sergeant Pepper.
That she had them
like
made.
What?
I want to meet the art department coordinator,
the production designer.
Yeah, who Jon Benjamin was like, listen, I want you to take the cover of Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club.
Right, God hates
F words all over it.
Oh my God!
Just when you think that was, I think, one of the best segments that they've done.
Absolutely,
for the series.
Brilliant.
Like, it's just a short, self-contained. Because it works out perfectly. It starts off where it's kind of like, yeah, all right, this is funny, like hot beef, I get it. Really abrupt turnaround.
To God second.
So I love that segment, but I really didn't like the rest of tonight's episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's because you're dying. You have sense of humor cancer.
I dug it.
I dug it a lot.
I enjoyed it. If not for nothing else, because it was so star-studded.
Yeah.
We got David Cross and Patton Oswalt in the same
Oh my God, so many
episode.
stars.
Yeah.
The same episode. Well,
Also,
let me
I just
rephrase
wanna-
the coolest stars.
I just want to say that although I love this, my favorite God hates F word joke in the history of television is on Parks and Recreation. Mouse Rat at one point was referred to. Their band name was once God Hates Figs.
I think we may have just found a new sign to battle the Westboro Baptist Church. Just show up with a whole bunch of signs. God hates
I
figs.
saw one. It's at a counter protest. It was a guy had a flag which said "God hates flags."
Nice.
I just
pretty
remember
good.
there was one where it was just some like crust punk kid had a sign next to the Westboro Baptist Church people that just said "F this guy," which I think is simple but effective. Also,
Absolutely.
the concept of Jew them up, funny, little drawn out for me.
Yeah.
The first one I thought was drawn out. The second one where it was more bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, that
I
was.
think they hit their stride,
Yeah, yes, I'll give you that. Yeah.
especially with the sort of just throwaway lines. No, keep the muffin, just the iced tea.
yeah.
$16. That's a pretty.
And of course, the Navy ad that comes on right after.
that was weird.
Jon Benjamin is brought to us by the United States Navy. Who amongst the Jon Benjamin watching community are they trying to recruit?
Maybe those who have really let themselves go.
I'm sorry, I've really let myself go.
Man, I bet if I joined the Navy, I could get in really good shape. That's a line of reasoning that he would have, right?
Yeah.
I could see that.
God. So then after that commercial break, they come right into the main storyline of this one. And the first thing I have written down is $17 million Space Dog.
I would watch that musical.
I would see the hell out of that musical.
Music by the Foo Fighters on Broadway?
I'd see
Sign
that.
me up.
I love the Foo Fighters.
17, and it's Space Dog.
The
What a
first
great-
dog in space.
What a great name for a musical. And what a great concept. The story of what's the dog's name?
Leica.
Leica.
The first dog in space.
Well, did you guys
That's
ever
so
see when Tracy Morgan hosted SNL about 2 years back? The 5-to-1 sketch was something called Rocket Dog. And if you guys are at home, look it up. It's one of the funniest sketches SNL's done this decade. And it's
After you finish watching our podcast.
not
Yeah.
during. So it's are those two penises?
They're pens. Well, it's fisticuffs.
Oh, I thought you were manhandling two
No,
penises.
I'm coming
Like,
at
like,
you with
you are coming at me.
fisticuffs. Like, yeah, I'm gonna give you what for, you ruffian, with my pens.
So the sketch is it's Tracy Morgan is a film producer, and he's on a show and he's talking about his new movie Rocket Dog, and so it keeps cutting to the same scene of Andy Samberg with a golden retriever. Andy Samberg's like, "They didn't believe in me, boy, but now we're gonna fly you to the moon." Then the dog like lifts up. And then the song "Life is a Highway" comes on, and it says
Life is
"In
a
Memoriam." It shows the golden retriever. And they show another scene. And it's like, "You can beat that train, Rocket Dog. Life is a highway." In Memoriam, a ton of dogs, the kid. It's great.
I think they recently made a documentary about all the dogs that were killed in the Russian space program. Like, I'm not kidding. I think that's because, like, tons of dogs died in the Russian space.
Yeah, that's what
Doesn't-
happens when you fire a dog into space to
They
see
didn't
what
all die.
happens.
They didn't all die like in space. They all came back and then like
Were killed so they could be
But-
autopsied.
Yeah.
But here's the question: did that documentary feature the music of Foo Fighters?
probably.
Oh my god!
No,
Yeah.
no.
Play it.
I will walk.
Play it, Jesse.
I bet so many dogs died during the making of Space Dogs musical.
I bet they looked their owners right in the eye, and Puppy said, "Why? Why are you
Not
letting
with
me
this song
die?"
playing. Not with this song playing. We're not having this conversation. I might cry.
They're scratched out little doggy eyeballs.
Dude, John, seriously, come back to us for a second. Russian space dogs, all dead.
They all died
Frozen dog corpses floating out into space.
floating through space forever, never
Alone.
decomposing.
Alone.
It will never
forever frozen in the spot, looking out the porthole
I hate
window
you
at the
guys.
blue marble that is Earth, searching, hoping desperately that their owners will one day come for them.
You are so intent on seeing me break down. Jeez.
Jesse, play it louder.
Okay,
But
let's
so now Patton Oswalt.
hear Space Dog.
Oh,
Take that. For those of
damn
you.
it! And I was looking at the screen.
There's the one-eyed dog. Cry, John, cry.
All right,
No.
John.
I'm just
guys,
not looking at
It's
it.
off the screen. It's off the
It's
screen.
off the
John
screen.
Benjamin's back, I promise.
For those of you who
I would have
weren't
killed
actually-
you if I saw any more wounded. I love. Come on, man.
All right.
I love this. I love his interview with this the
unemployed actress.
yeah, the unemployed Broadway actress.
This
who,
is a really nice dressing room.
even if she was employed, wouldn't like have a house where she would have both a living room and a dressing room.
I like that it's a
A
dressing room
theme,
themed
yeah.
living room.
And just how baffled Jon Benjamin is by that. Confused me. But here we get on to
Oh, wait, hang on. Here's my favorite thing about House on the Lake, the musical. Why is there a head in that bag?
Well, we'll never know. Why is the police officer dancing with the head in the bag? Both legitimate
We'll
questions.
never know because people were talking on their phones during the play.
Yep. And it's the only reason to see it.
Though it's, if I may be bleak and artsy here, it's the future, man. It's like everyone
It's
just
true.
wants to like talk
As
to
Patton
themselves,
Oswalt said, if Shakespeare were alive, he would require people to speak on cell phones.
Oh, there was one of the. Here it is. Answer the call. As the tagline to go see the movie. Great. Absolutely loved it.
Pretty awesome. So we find out that his producer has lost the van because the show was out of money.
Right.
And thank God we got to that as opposed to sticking on House on the Lake the entire
Yeah,
time.
'cause that was stupid.
It was funny, but after Answer the Call.
Oh, wait a minute. I love
was
that
done.
they go to, what is it called?
Tinkleberry.
Tinkleberry. The fake.
And that the van drives by.
Wait a minute. We read an article about it in Men's Health is the reason they went to Tinkleberry. What a great reason to go to a place.
None of them are in
also,
shape. Who in that group is reading Men's Health?
Also, I
wanna
love
know.
that he walks out of the conversation and doesn't phase Patton Oswalt in the slightest.
Not at all. So here we get to the second Jew Them Up sketch,
Right.
which, as we said earlier, works so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to point out something I didn't mention before. Jews eating hot dogs.
Oh no! All the hot dogs in New York are soubrettes, which
they're all
are
kosher.
They're all kosher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seltzer.
Well,
Hasidic Jews love seltzer.
Food for thought. I thought that maybe that's where they were going with that. But no, I guess they could be kosher Franks.
I love they Jew
Keep
them up.
the muffin.
They Jew them up from $2.45
To
$16.
It feels really bad saying that
I
aloud,
know.
by the way. But they said it on the show. We're referring to the thing within the show. Fine. It's fine to say.
Oh, another one of my favorite things. I don't know if we've passed this or not. No, we haven't. Never mind. But
Wait, God.
keep the muffin.
There is an entire segment right after this. We go to the commercial break, and then we go back. We find out the producer
Dave.
has been doing his...
Well, the van's been repossessed. Is the next thing is that we find out the van was actually repossessed. Is what happened
Yeah.
because the show is out of money.
because this show is out of money, and Jon
Not
Benjamin.
totally unbelievable.
Yeah. Jon Benjamin shouts at Dave. The show's not Jon Benjamin had a van.
It's a legitimate concern.
God.
Why are there so many sad animal commercials on this show? That and the Navy.
Puppy.
All right, let's move on before John starts crying.
You're gonna
again.
look like your pet pretty soon.
They did have an ad playing during the commercial break that was exactly like that. It's like, does your pet have bad breath?
Yeah.
Spray it with this.
Send it to the kennel.
It won't have bad breath anymore. Very weird.
Why is there a dolphin? Two dolphins.
There's
on the
there's a
Humane
dolphin and a whale.
Society. Okay. Oh,
Texas
the
is a
little
whale.
seal.
So after we come back from this commercial, I have firmly established in my mind that this is going to be a very Dave-centric episode. And I'm okay with that.
Yep.
It's nice to see something new. Unexpected, though. Didn't see Dave as a power player.
Yep, but he really is.
Jon Benjamin.
Making his own musical, what is it? Secrets Do Not Enter.
Do Not Enter.
Based on his life with Jon Benjamin.
Yeah.
Which, again, getting really meta. Didn't work as well as Terrible Episode, but really weird and creepy.
It's
into the same loop.
I don't know about the musical. Like, I love musical comedy. I freaking adore it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they did enough in this episode. Like, I think
I don't think it's meant to be the focal point.
I know, but like when once it's like it makes sense, but it's just not that funny. It's like they could have done a lot more with the show or with like more secrets being revealed, but it's like, okay, the reveal was he made this musical about his life on Jon Benjamin, but that's it. It doesn't really go anywhere.
And he used the money that he was supposed to be using.
Yeah, but
show.
It's just not. It doesn't hit like it should.
So you want more singing, more dancing?
Yeah, more singing, more dancing, more actual jokes. They just weren't there.
It's an argument I can understand. To be honest, I do see what you're talking about, where the main plot line.
It fell really flat.
Most of what I wrote down was the sort of side stuff that they did. Nathan calling in a bomb threat.
Yeah, that was funny as hell.
I also love that they have their phone conversation with each other. Nathan and Leo are having a phone conversation with each other in Lake House.
It's what you're supposed to do. They want you to be on the phone. That is a good one.
I actually called in a bomb threat to my old high school.
And that Nathan's played by the young, handsome black actor.
Of course, you had to have that joke where the person playing the guy looks nothing like him. And
But
so unlike him. Nathan, out of character in all sorts of ways for this episode. Nathan wouldn't call in a bomb threat to his school.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a felony.
Let's also talk about what was
Even
the
if it's a
magazine he was on?
Joking. Hang on. Joke.
Oh, yeah.
I'm searching right now.
It was called
JELQ. Jelk.
Jelk.
And I'd like to point out that the J and the Q were both shaped, probably all the letters.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Is it a real thing?
It's a real thing.
What is it?
I believe...
Say it. They reference it in the show. You can say it on air.
Hardcore gay pornography?
It's a penis enlargement technique where you just sort of, like, just yank on your dick.
Oof.
That
doesn't sound right.
I've been doing that for the better part of 10 years, and nothing's gotten bigger.
Yeah, it's a...
Dear Jon Benjamin Has a band, you mentioned this in your show, and I looked it up online, and it doesn't work.
According to
Signed
Wikipedia,
Jack.
it's a penis enlargement technique that involves exercising the tissues. And hang on.
Oh, Wikipedia says it? It must be true.
Pills and GDD, amino acids, penis pump. A personal lubricant can be used with a penis pump.
Citation needed.
Yeah, citation needed. Okay,
Can we
stretching.
stop looking up sex terms on Wikipedia?
Jelking and jigcock is a penis enlargement method intended to make the penis larger by exercising tissues in the penis, with the goal of permanently increasing the maximum erect size of the penis. This technique, also called milking, involves wrapping the thumb and the index finger around the penis.
I think we know where this is going.
While semi-erect.
I think we know where this is going.
And repeatedly
Can we
drawing
put up
them
the sad
away
animals again?
from one's body.
No, I want to hear this.
To force blood into the glands, thus encouraging more vascularity in the corpus.
Is just regular old masturbating.
No, because it's not while you're erect. The point isn't to. It's like stretching.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
What, that it doesn't work?
Has been found on AfterBuzz TV property.
Oh, it hasn't.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
alert.
Jelking.
Spoiler alert.
Jelking is typically preceded by a warm-up with a hot compress on the genitals and concluded the same way. The reasoning behind the warm-up mimics the normal operations of biological processes of the penis during the 4 stages of arousal.
Why is this a thing?
Wait. There's 4 stages of arousal?
According...
let's get to that part.
Hang on. Let me just look at the source that they reference. It is whatisjelk.com.
Not sure how it plays in, but I approve. Well done, sir. Well done, DJ Jesse Kennedy. I can't believe that just happened. Shame, John. Shame.
So that was the episode.
So that was the magazine that he was on.
That's the
which I
magazine he was
guess-
on.
Expect that from Jack, John, but
Yeah, God.
Shame.
Hey, it was in the episode.
Yes.
You want to joke later?
It's a solo exercise, dude.
Oh, it doesn't have to be. Jesse, would you joke with me?
Secrets
I'm
do
actually
not
busy
enter.
tonight.
Oh, unfortunate.
Secrets do not enter, which is great because up until they're at the door, it's just secrets.
Yeah, and then
And
it's
the-
secrets.
Oh, but it says don't enter. Poor stupid Nathan. And it turns out they were in the clear. They were fine to enter because it's just called Secrets do not
not
enter.
enter.
Do not enter.
And I love the rent set that they have at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
If you have to make a fake musical, it might as well be on the set of Rent. With
Amen, brother.
They had some weird street name in the back. It was like the name of a town.
Jelkway?
No, it was some middle of nowhere city. I want to say
Shrewsbury Way.
like Wilmington, maybe Shrewsbury. I don't know, Wilmington Way or something. To that
Okay, so
effect.
we were having a discussion when we first watched this. So the Trojan Twister is a vibrator, yes?
I'd like to point out that we're watching ads right now. The ads that are filtering between Jon Benjamin Has fan, and yes, an ad for Trojan Vibrations has just.
What
come
the
on.
hell's wrong with their hair?
Well, that's the thing. Is it's an experience that will blow your hair back.
Oh.
See, the Johnsons have one. Hair blown back. Trojan's a pretty major company. You'd think they'd be able to produce a better ad than this.
Yeah.
Terrible
Yeah.
ad.
But man, oh man.
You guys
At
ever,
least it's not
you guys ever
joking.
seen
Well,
like
you
a,
know,
have you ever seen
Don
a
Draper
rabbit?
doesn't like to do it with condoms, so.
True.
Don't. I'm not.
Have you guys ever
high-fiving
seen
it.
a rabbit in person?
Not in
like
person,
a
no.
The
bunny?
vibrator.
A bunny. No.
No.
I refuse to acknowledge that's what you're talking about.
A rabbit vibrator.
You're talking about Bugs Bunny. Yeah, I've seen plenty of Bugs Bunny cartoons, Jack.
Have you ever had a Bugs Bunny cartoon used on you?
I've seen plenty of Bugs Bunny cartoons,
Jack
Jack.
has. Go on, Jack. Talk about that time.
Let's not.
That your boyfriend put a.
How about we go to our
Commercial.
first commercial break? Maybe?
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig! The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
And we're back.
And we're back.
With
Is this song called The Joke?
No, it's Grey Goose.
Shake it like a salt shaker.
What's else you gonna say?
all right, appropriate enough,
Joking.
I guess.
So, also, one thing we didn't
They
mention
call him Billy Ocean.
is that the group performing the show is called the Austin Hands Group.
weird.
These aren't spirit fingers.
So
These are spirit fingers.
I wanted to mention something.
You've been joking.
I've joked during the break. No, I actually have a prize for a caller if there's anyone listening to the
Okay.
Jon Benjamin Has a Van podcast right now.
Are you
It
going to
is-
touch their wiener with a rabbit vibrator?
No, that was a weird night. It's a 2010 password featuring Regis Philbin one-a-day calendar. And each day has a separate set of passwords on it that you can guess. And so the first person to call in, I will send them this 2010 Regis Philbin's password calendar.
We should note that
It
DJ
is-
Jesse Janity is excluded since
Yeah.
he tried to win our last contest.
We should also note that it
I've
is.
still yet to receive that scratched up Lord of the Rings DVD.
We should also note that it is currently 2011. and that any usefulness of this calendar.
But if any of you are time travelers or
really into Password with Regis Philbin.
Yeah, it is yours.
Okay. So, I can see that our phone boards are lighting
up.
Also, interesting to note, Regis Philbin, father-in-law of the creator of Parks and Rec.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be darned.
Which one? Greg Daniels or
Mike Schur?
Huh, how about that? Cool. So special segment.
Special segment. Not too much new in the world of Jon Benjamin Has news, but that actually kind of plays into what we did find. As we may have talked about, I think we talked about it. Jon Benjamin was at Comic-Con a week ago, 2 weeks ago, promoting Archer, doing an Archer panel there.
There was also Bob's Burgers panel.
True. Someone asked about his side projects, if he had anything else going on, and he had this to say. He didn't have that to say.
Yeah, he did.
Then I'm going to go to Europe. I'm going to go to Europe for a week. All right. Okay, well, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, he had thank you very much to say.
That was a terrible fucking
He's going to go to Europe for a week.
Well, I'll just summarize what was said. Someone asked him about his side projects, and he said, and I quote, if I'm not mistaken, he says, yeah, I'm doing a show on Comedy Central. Jon Benjamin Has a van, and it's doing meager business. So hopefully that'll get picked up for a second season. Yeah.
I think it will, just because Comedy Central really wants to be in the game with all the people producing the show. I mean, first of all, with Funny or Die Networks and with Jon Benjamin.
Do you think so?
I absolutely think so. Because they're all hot properties right now, and Comedy Central really wants to build on like this kind of comedy. Plus, I mean, the show costs nothing to make.
Right.
It's stupid cheap. You can see that in every episode.
They can't afford charcoal for the grill.
Exactly. So no, I definitely think this will get at least one more season.
Jon Benjamin seemed concerned. That's why I brought it in, is for him to long pause meager business is not that, in combination with all the ads for the Navy, Trojan Vibrations, and
no one's buying airtime on that show.
What is it? The
Dead Puppy.
Dead
Committee.
Puppy Society.
Yeah.
I love the show, but there is the question.
Jelk.
Is it economically viable? Is it going to match the success of Jelk magazine? I think is the question we all need to ask.
I love that Dave has a subscription to Jelk magazine.
Oh, is he? No. Oh, man, we're going to have to sit through an ad before we get to see the thing.
Yeah, F that noise.
Whatever.
So, I don't know. I don't think Jon Benjamin is going to be canceled.
Yeah.
I certainly hope not as well. I mean, I love the show. I read briefly an article in the AV Club, too, where they said it's starting to sort of take on the same tone as the Upright Citizens Brigade show back when it was on Comedy Central. And having just started watching that from your DVD collection, I might add, Jack, I tend to agree. And I really like that show. It was canceled after 2 seasons, right? Oh, 3 seasons?
Yeah, that was a great show.
So, I mean, Jon Benjamin has life in it.
Van.
Yet to expel.
So, speaking of his future, let's move on to predictions.
Yes. Nice transition. Play that beautiful theremin sound. Next week, what do we got? We've gone really weird. We've insulted a lot of groups. I'm guessing not as meta next week. I think they've kind of...
They've tapped that vein a little too much.
We've seen meta for the past couple of weeks. I think that probably in the writer's room heads, whatever, said, all right, let's do more of a straightforward
meta just isn't usually all that funny. It's clever.
I like the execution.
It's all right. John, predictions?
I predict that I'm going to get a dirty T-shirt in the mail because they did a contest for that.
That's right, John. This is like an AfterBuzz exclusive. Play it quickly.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
I mean, it's really an exclusive to people who follow Jon Benjamin on Twitter and were looking at their Twitter feed at like 3 p.m. on a Wednesday, which I was because I'm sad. And he posted, they have a website for the dirty T-shirt company that he embezzled money to start.
Your mouth would look better
on my dick.
Something, yeah.
They had a couple of T-shirts, like really filthy and disgusting. So the first 100 people to sign up for the website were going to be sent free T-shirts. So I would imagine at this point.
What were some of the other shirts?
I can't remember off the top of my head. The big one was "Your mouth would look better on my dick," because that's the one from the show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up.
But you're gonna get a T-shirt now. I think you should wear it next time.
Absolutely.
I probably will.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, it was a fun.
Did you have any predictions?
Oh yeah, some shit will happen.
Okay.
So it's been a great episode.
Well done.
And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week.
One more time.
On Jon Benjamin Has a Van, and we have a podcast about it.
Yeah.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Bye.
See you later.
Pleasure.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.